Did you know that the strength of your erections isn't just about age, stress, or hormones? It can also come down to a simple vitamin in deficiency. Most men don't realize that certain vitamins play a direct role in blood flow, testosterone, and overall sexual performance. And yes, some of them can make a noticeable difference almost instantly. In this video, we're going to break down the key vitamin in that helps boost your erection power, why it works, and how you can start seeing results naturally without relying only on pills or medication. When you come across a bold promise like this vitamin, it makes your penis hard instantly. It is important to pause and understand what is really going on. The truth is that no single vitamin acts like a magic switch that can create an instant erection within seconds. Erections are not mechanical buttons you press. They are the result of a complex process involving your brain, nervous system, hormones, blood vessels, and emotions all working in harmony. What vitamins can actually do is support the systems inside your body that make erections stronger, more reliable, and easier to achieve. That is a big difference from the instant promises you see in advertisements, but it is a difference worth understanding because it tells you what actually works. To understand why vitamins matter, we need to look at how erections work. When you are sexually aroused, your brain sends signals through your nerves, triggering the release of nitric oxide inside the blood vessels of the penis. This molecule tells the smooth muscles in those arteries to relax, which allows more blood to rush in. As the blood fills the erectile tissue, the penis becomes firm. If blood flow is weak, if your hormone levels are low, or if stress interferes with the signals, then your erection may be weak, unreliable, or fail altogether. Vitamins are not direct stimulants, but they are like the building blocks that keep each step of this process functioning smoothly. Without the right nutrients, blood flow slows down, hormone production suffers, and your energy levels drop, all of which harm your performance. That is why deficiencies in certain vitamins such as vitamin D, vitamin B12, or minerals like zinc have been linked with erectile dysfunction. Men with low levels of these nutrients often report low libido, fatigue, and difficulty maintaining an erection. Once those deficiencies are corrected, many notice improved circulation, higher testosterone, and better energy. In that sense, vitamins are not instant fixes but long-term allies that help restore balance to your body. Some men do report quick benefits after supplementing, but that usually happens because their body was running low on something essential, and when they give it back, their system starts functioning properly again. It feels like an instant boost, but really it is the body catching up to normal levels. This is where it is important to separate vitamins from pharmaceutical drugs. A pill like Viagra works fast because it blocks an enzyme that normally restricts blood flow, so you feel the results within minutes. Vitamins do not override your natural systems, they fuel and maintain them. Imagine your body as a car. Viagra is like hitting the nitro button for a temporary speed boost, while vitamins are like keeping your engine tuned, your oil clean, and your fuel high quality. The boost is exciting, but without maintenance, the engine will break down. Vitamins are the maintenance that keeps everything running reliably, not just for tonight, but for years to come. Many supplement companies exaggerate by claiming that one vitamin will give you instant rock, hard erections. That kind of promise is misleading. Erections are also affected by lifestyle choices. Smoking, poor diet, stress, lack of sleep, and inactivity can all weaken your performance. No matter how many vitamins you take, think of erections as a mirror of your overall health. If your circulation is weak, your erection will be weak. If your hormones are out of balance, your desire and stamina will suffer. Vitamins help, but they work best when combined with healthy habits. The good news is that vitamins are safe, natural, and essential. Unlike drugs that only mask the problem temporarily, they strengthen the foundation of your sexual health. Vitamin D supports hormone balance and blood vessels. Vitamin C protects arteries and circulation. Zinc boosts testosterone, and B vitamins improve nerve signal and energy. Together, they create the right conditions for strong, natural erections that come more easily and last longer. So while it is not accurate to say a vitamin and can make you instantly hard, it is absolutely true that vitamins can make a big difference over time. They give your body the resources it needs to perform the way it was designed to. Think of them not as a magic bullet, but as fuel and support for your sexual engine. When you combine that with good lifestyle habits, the results can feel powerful, natural, and lasting. In the end, vitamins may not flip the switch instantly, but they can make sure the switch works every time you need it. Nitric oxide is one of the most powerful molecules your body produces when it comes to sexual performance, and understanding its role is the key to seeing why certain vitamins and minerals are so important for erections. When a man becomes aroused, the brain sends signals down the nerves to the blood vessels in the penis. At that point, nitric oxide is released, and its job is to relax the smooth muscles inside those vessels so that blood can rush in. That surge of blood is what creates the firmness and hardness you recognize as an erection. If there is not enough nitric oxide, the signal is weak, the vessels do not open properly, and the penis never fills with the amount of blood required to stay firm. That is why scientists and doctors often say nitric oxide is the master switch for erections. Now here is where vitamins and minerals come in. Your body cannot simply create nitric oxide on command. It needs raw materials, enzymes, and cofactors to make the process work smoothly. This is why people talk about nitric oxide boosters. These nutrients do not give you an erection directly, but they make it possible for your body to release more nitric oxide when it is needed, leading to stronger, longer-lasting erections. When your diet is poor or you are deficient in these nutrients, the nitric oxide pathway becomes weak, and your erections suffer. One of the most important vitamins in this process is vitamin C. Most people know it as the vitamin that fights colds and boosts immunity, but it also plays a huge role in circulation. Vitamin C protects the lining of your blood vessels from oxidative stress, keeping them flexible and healthy. When your arteries are damaged by free radicals or inflammation, nitric oxide production is reduced. By acting as an antioxidant, vitamin C preserves nitric oxide availability and helps your blood vessels respond better during arousal. That is why studies have shown that when vitamin C is combined with other boosters like L-arginine, erection quality improves noticeably. Another vital nutrient is vitamin D. Known as the sunshine vitamin, it regulates countless functions in the body, including hormone balance and vascular health. Low vitamin D levels have been linked directly to erectile dysfunction because vitamin D is needed for enzyme that produces nitric oxide to work correctly. Without enough vitamin D, nitric oxide production slows down, circulation weakens, and erection strength declines. Correcting that deficiency gives your body the ability to release nitric oxide more effectively, which translates into better erections. Zinc also plays an important role. Most people associate zinc with immunity or wound healing, but for men it is absolutely crucial for sexual health. Zinc supports testosterone production, which itself is essential for libido and erection quality. At the same time, zinc influences biochemical pathways that regulate nitric oxide. When you are low on zinc, testosterone drops, nitric oxide activity declines, and your performance suffers. Bringing zinc back to healthy levels helps restore both hormone balance and nitric oxide support, creating a double benefit for sexual function. To picture how all this works, imagine your penis as a balloon. Nitric oxide is like the air you blow into it. Without enough nitric oxide, you can only give it a small puff and the balloon never fills. With the right vitamins and minerals supporting nitric oxide production, suddenly you have a strong stream of air that expands the balloon to its full size. That is the difference between a weak, unreliable erection and a strong, confident one. The best part is that the benefits of boosting nitric oxide go beyond sex. When your nitric oxide levels are high, your circulation improves throughout your entire body. That means better heart health, lower blood pressure, more endurance during exercise, and more energy overall. In other words, supporting nitric oxide is not just about having great erections, it is about feeling healthier in every aspect of life. It is important. Remember, though, that lifestyle choices can either enhance or sabotage nitric oxide. Smoking, stress, lack of sleep, and a poor diet can all destroy nitric oxide levels, no matter how many vitamins you take. But when you combine healthy living with nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc, you create the perfect conditions for strong erections. So while no vitamin by itself will make you instantly hard, the reason people talk about nitric oxide boosters is because they help your body do what it was designed to do. Open the floodgates, let blood rush in, and keep you firm when it matters most. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because our bodies naturally produce it when our skin is exposed to sunlight. But what many men do not realize is how deeply it is connected to sexual performance, especially the quality of their erections. When people think about vitamin D, the first association is usually bone strength or immunity. Yet research has shown again and again that low levels of this vitamin are directly linked with erectile dysfunction. This happens because vitamin D is not only a nutrient, it acts like a hormone in the body, influencing blood flow, hormone regulation, and even mood, all of which are essential for healthy sexual function. One of the main ways vitamin D affects erections is through its impact on circulation. Erections depend on smooth, unrestricted blood flow into the penis, and that requires healthy blood vessels. The inner lining of blood vessels, called the endothelium, produces nitric oxide, the chemical signal that relaxes arteries and allows blood to surge in. Vitamin D plays a role in keeping this endothelial function strong. When vitamin D levels are low, the production of nitric oxide decreases, artery becomes stiffer, and blood has a harder time reaching the penis. This weakens erection strength and reliability. By keeping vitamin D levels healthy, you support the efficiency of nitric oxide and improve overall vascular performance, making erections easier to achieve and sustain. Another critical role of vitamin D is its relationship with testosterone. Testosterone is the key male hormone driving libido, energy, muscle strength, and erection quality. Studies have shown that men with low vitamin D often also have low testosterone. When vitamin D levels are restored, testosterone tends to rise, which means not only does desire improve, but the physical ability to respond to arousal becomes stronger as well. Without enough testosterone, men may feel tired, unmotivated, and sexually uninterested, and even if they get aroused, the erection process can feel weaker. Vitamin D helps solve this by supporting hormone balance at a fundamental level. What makes this issue even more pressing is how common vitamin D deficiency really is. Modern lifestyles keep most people indoors, covered in clothing, or sitting under artificial light for hours on end. Even in sunny countries, many people do not get enough direct exposure to allow their bodies to produce adequate vitamin D. Add to that the fact that only a limited number of foods naturally contain it, and you have a recipe for widespread deficiency. Estimates suggest that nearly half of adults worldwide have insufficient vitamin D levels, and many of them do not even know it. This silent deficiency can gradually sap energy, weaken immunity, lower testosterone, and reduce erection quality without an obvious cause. The link between vitamin D deficiency and erectile dysfunction has been studied extensively. In clinical research, men with lower vitamin D levels were significantly more likely to experience erection problems compared to men with normal levels. The connection is clear. Poor vitamin D status contributes to both vascular problems and hormonal imbalance, the two main drivers of erectile dysfunction. Correcting that deficiency addresses both issues at once, making it one of the most effective natural strategies for improving sexual health. Getting enough vitamin D is not difficult once you know where to look. Sunlight is the best natural source, and just 15 to 20 minutes of exposure on the skin a few times per week can help. But for people who live in colder climates or who spend most of their time indoors, diet and supplements become important. Foods like salmon, mackerel, tuna, and egg yolks contain vitamin D, and many dairy products and cereals are fortified with it. Still, because diet alone is often not enough, many men find that taking a vitamin D3 supplement is the most reliable way to maintain healthy levels year-round. It is worth remembering that vitamin D is not only about better erections. When your levels are adequate, you enjoy benefits that ripple across your entire health profile. Your bones stay stronger, your immunity functions better, inflammation decreases, and your heart and blood vessels perform more efficiently. But for men specifically, the combination of improved circulation and higher testosterone makes vitamin D one of the most valuable nutrients for sexual vitality. So while vitamin D will not create an erection instantly the way a drug might, it lays the foundation for erections that are naturally strong and dependable. By fixing a deficiency, you restore the body's ability to send blood where it is needed, you balance the hormones that drive desire, and you give yourself the energy and confidence that make sexual experiences fulfilling. In other words, vitamin D is not just about preventing problems in the future. It is about unlocking your full sexual potential right now by giving your body what it has been missing. Zinc is one of those minerals that often gets overlooked because it is needed in such small amounts, but for men's sexual health, it is one of the most powerful nutrients you can pay attention to. Without enough zinc in your body, testosterone levels start to fall, sperm quality declines, and erections become weaker and less reliable. With enough zinc, on the other hand, testosterone production is supported, libido is stronger, and the erection process works more smoothly. This mineral may be tiny in quantity, but its impact is huge when it comes to male performance and fertility. To understand why zinc matters, you need to look at its role in hormone production. Testosterone is the primary male hormone, and it influences everything from sex drive to muscle mass to mood. The testes require zinc to manufacture testosterone, and when zinc is deficient, the process slows down. In fact, studies have shown that men who are deficient in zinc often experience lower testosterone levels, and when zinc is restored, testosterone rises again. This is important because low testosterone not only kills desire, but also affects the physical mechanics of erections. Without adequate testosterone, the tissues in the penis become less responsive to arousal signals, making it harder to achieve full firmness. By maintaining healthy zinc intake, you help your body keep testosterone in the optimal range, which directly boosts both desire and performance. Zinc also plays a vital role in the structure and quality of sperm. It contributes to sperm count, motility, and shape, which are all critical for fertility. Men with low zinc levels often show reduced sperm health, and supplementation has been shown to improve these markers. While this may sound more like a fertility issue than an erection issue, the two are closely connected because sperm production and erection strength both depend on the same hormonal balance. A body that cannot produce healthy sperm is often the same body struggling with low testosterone and poor erection quality. Zinc helps correct both problems at once. Beyond testosterone, zinc has a direct connection with nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for opening blood vessels and allowing blood to flow into the penis. The enzymes that produce nitric oxide are zinc dependent, which means that without enough zinc, nitric oxide synthesis slows down. That creates a double problem: low testosterone and weak blood flow. When zinc is adequate, those enzymes function properly, nitric oxide is produced efficiently, and blood circulation to the penis improves. This is why men who restore their zinc levels often notice harder and longer-lasting erections. Deficiency in zinc is more common than people think. Modern diets filled with processed foods often lack zinc, rich sources, and certain lifestyle factors such as alcohol consumption can deplete zinc levels further. Foods that naturally provide good amounts of zinc include oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, cashews, and chickpeas. Oysters are famously known as an aphrodisiac, and the main reason is their extremely high zinc content. For many men, eating a diet low in these foods leads to chronic low zinc without them even realizing it. What makes zinc unique compared to other nutrients is that its effects can sometimes be felt relatively quickly if you were previously deficient. While it is not an instant erection solution, restoring zinc levels can create noticeable changes in libido and erection quality within weeks, because your body finally has what it needs to make testosterone and nitric oxide efficiently again. Unlike pharmaceutical drugs that simply force blood flow temporarily, zinc works at the root by ensuring your body has the resources to perform naturally. It is also worth noting that zinc supports overall immunity, healing, and metabolism. This means that the benefits you get from keeping zinc levels high are not just limited to the bedroom. Better immunity, faster recovery, and more stable energy are all linked with healthy zinc intake. When you feel healthier overall, sexual performance improves too, because erections are closely tied to total body health. A weak immune system, constant fatigue, or sluggish recovery will always drag sexual energy down. Zinc protects against that cycle. In conclusion, zinc may not be flashy or heavily advertised like other supplements, but it is one of the most essential minerals for men's sexual vitality. By supporting testosterone production, enhancing nitric oxide pathways, and strengthening sperm health, zinc addresses the three pillars of male performance: desire, function, and fertility. Without enough zinc, you leave yourself vulnerable to low testosterone, poor circulation, and weak erections. With enough zinc, you build the foundation for strong, lasting performance and renewed confidence. The family of B vitamins is often thought of as energy boosters, but when it comes to male sexual health, they play a far deeper role than just helping you feel less tired. Erections are not only about blood flow and hormones, they are also about communication between the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves that control the penis. If those signals are weak or slow, arousal does not translate into a firm erection, no matter how healthy your blood vessels are. This is where B vitamins become crucial. They support the nervous system, help convert food into energy, and ensure that the delicate communication channels involved in sexual function are sharp and responsive. One of the most important B vitamins for this purpose is vitamin B12. Deficiency in B12 is surprisingly common, especially in men who eat little or no animal products, and the result is often nerve problems, fatigue, and even depression. B12 helps maintain the protective covering of nerves called the myelin sheath. When this covering is strong, nerve signals travel quickly and efficiently, but when it is weak, signals get delayed or disrupted. Since an erection begins with a signal from the brain, weak nerves mean weak erections. Restoring vitamin in B12 levels ensures that those signals reach the penis with full strength, making the erection response faster and more reliable. Another member of the B family that matters is vitamin B3, also known as niacin. This vitamin has a direct effect on blood circulation by helping dilate blood vessels and improve cholesterol balance. Research has shown that niacin supplementation can improve erectile function in men who suffer from high cholesterol and related circulation problems. It works by enhancing blood flow, which of course is one of the core requirements for achieving an erection. So in addition to supporting nerves, the B vitamins also contribute to the vascular side of sexual health. Vitamin B6 plays a more hormonal role. It is involved in the production of neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin, which influence mood, motivation, and sexual desire. Men who are low in B6 may experience low libido, irritability, or depression. all of which reduce the mental spark needed for strong sexual performance. When B6 levels are healthy, the brain produces the right balance of chemicals that drive arousal and reward. This creates a stronger desire for sex and a more positive emotional connection to sexual activity, which in turn makes the body more responsive. Then there is folate, or vitamin, in B9, which is necessary for healthy blood cell production and circulation. Without enough folate, the body cannot make enough red blood cells, and oxygen delivery to tissues, including penile tissue, suffers. This leads to fatigue, low energy, and weaker erections. Adequate folate levels mean more oxygen, rich blood reaching the penis, helping maintain erection quality and stamina. What makes B vitamin so effective is that they often work together as a team. That is why many supplements come as B complex formulas, combining B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B9, and B12. Each has its own unique role, but together they cover energy production, nerve health, mood regulation, and circulation. When one is missing, the whole system suffers, but when they are all present, the body functions at a higher level. Deficiencies in B vitamins show up as a mix of symptoms: constant tiredness, tingling in the hands or feet, poor memory, low mood, and reduced libido. Many men who struggle with these issues do not realize that a lack of B vitamins is part of the problem. Once they correct it, they often report feeling more energetic, more focused, and more interested in sex. The erection response becomes stronger because both the mental and physical components of arousal are firing correctly again. The best sources of B vitamins are whole foods like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, leafy greens, legumes, nuts, and seeds. However, modern diets and stress-filled lifestyles mean deficiencies are common. Alcohol, for example, drains B vitamins from the body, and chronic stress increases the need for them. That is why supplementation can be helpful, especially for men who do not get enough from diet alone. In the end, B vitamins may not have the flashy reputation of testosterone boosters or instant fixes, but they are the quiet power behind the scenes, making sure the brain, nerves, and blood vessels are all communicating and functioning properly. Erections depend on energy, nerve speed, mood, and circulation, and the B vitamin in family touches each of those factors. When you are deficient, you may feel sluggish, uninterested, or unable to perform. When your levels are optimal, your body and mind align, giving you the energy, confidence, and responsiveness needed for strong and satisfying erections. When it comes to sexual performance, many men focus only on supplements, vitamins, or medications, but the truth is that no single pill or nutrient can work in isolation if the foundation of your lifestyle is weak. Erections are not just about one organ or one chemical. They are the result of the body, mind, and emotions working together. That is why lifestyle factors such as diet, exercise, sleep, stress management, and habits like smoking or drinking are often more powerful than any supplement alone. If these elements are not in balance, even the best vitamins may not deliver the full effect. But when lifestyle is optimized, vitamins and minerals become far more effective, creating a natural synergy that leads to stronger, longer-lasting erections. Diet is the first and most obvious factor. A man who eats processed junk food, fried meals, and sugary snacks daily is damaging his blood vessels, raising his cholesterol, and inviting insulin resistance, all of which directly harm erectile function. Erections depend on clean, unrestricted blood flow, and clogged arteries or inflamed blood vessels make it difficult for blood to fill the penis chambers fully. On the other hand, men who eat nutrient-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, nuts, and whole grains are providing their bodies with the fuel needed for circulation, hormone balance, and energy. A diet rich in antioxidants reduces oxidative stress, which is one of the hidden enemies of erectile strength. That is why vitamins such as C, D, and B work better in men who maintain a clean diet because their systems are not overloaded with toxins and inflammation. Exercise is another critical pillar. Physical activity improves cardiovascular health, strengthens blood vessels, and increases nitric oxide production, which is essential for erections. Men who engage in regular workouts, especially activities like jogging, swimming, or weight training, often report stronger libido and firmer erections compared to those who live sedentary lifestyles. Exercise also raises testosterone naturally, which is a major driver of sexual desire. But beyond the physical benefits, exercise reduces stress and releases endorphins, creating a more positive mindset that enhances sexual confidence. Even simple activities like walking for 30 minutes a day or practicing yoga can significantly improve circulation and reduce stress hormones like cortisol, which otherwise interfere with sexual performance. Sleep is another overlooked factor that directly affects erections. During deep sleep, the body repairs tissues, balances hormones, and replenishes energy. Testosterone levels, in particular, rise during quality sleep. Men who consistently sleep less than 6 hours a night often experience fatigue, irritability, low libido, and erectile problems. It is not a coincidence that many men notice stronger morning erections when they are well rested. Sleep is the natural reset button of the body, and without it, no amount of vitamins or supplements can fully restore sexual performance. Stress management is equally important. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol and adrenaline, two hormones that constrict blood vessels and dampen sexual desire. A stressed out mind cannot fully relax during intimacy, and this mental tension often translates into physical difficulty maintaining an erection. Meditation, breathing exercises, and even hobbies that bring joy can significantly reduce stress levels and improve sexual performance. Men who learn to quiet their minds often notice better sexual responsiveness because their bodies are not in constant fight or flight mode. Habits like smoking and heavy alcohol consumption are perhaps the most destructive lifestyle factors. Smoking damages the lining of blood vessels and reduces nitric oxide availability, both of which are devastating to erectile function. Alcohol, in moderation, may lower inhibitions, but excessive drinking dulls the nervous system, lowers testosterone, and disrupts circulation. Men who smoke regularly or drink heavily often find that no vitamin or supplement can counteract the damage unless these habits are reduced or eliminated. On the flip side, staying hydrated, avoiding toxins, and living cleaner allow vitamins to work more effectively and support overall sexual health. Lastly, confidence and emotional connection play a role that many men underestimate. Sexual performance is not purely mechanical. It is influenced by mood, mental state, and how comfortable a man feels with his partner. Men who invest in their emotional health, build intimacy, and reduce performance anxiety often see dramatic improvements. This again ties back to lifestyle, choosing balance, self-care, and mental well-being over constant stress and neglect. In the end, lifestyle is the invisible hand guiding the effectiveness of every vitamin and supplement. A healthy diet, regular exercise, good sleep, low stress, and clean habits create the ideal environment for vitamins like D, C, B complex, and zinc to do their jobs. Without this foundation, results are weak and temporary. With it, the body responds with vitality, energy, and stronger erections. The message is simple. Supplements may give you an edge, but lifestyle is the foundation. And when both work together, that is when real transformation happens. And that brings us to the end of today's breakdown. As you've seen, there's no single magic pill for better erections, but vitamins like D, C, zinc, and the B complex, when paired with the right lifestyle, can completely transform your performance and confidence. It's about building a foundation where your body has everything it needs to work at its best. Remember, small, consistent changes, whether that's cleaning up your diet, getting better sleep, exercising, or taking the right supplements, can lead to powerful results that feel almost instant. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more science-backed insights into men's health and performance. And I'd love to hear from you. What vitamins or lifestyle changes have made the biggest difference in your energy and confidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.